Go live. All right, so today we are going to do lymph stuff, some breathing, lots of movement, very three-dimensional movement because we are in three-dimensional bodies. All right, cool. So, oh, and here's the pea pod right here, the star, my little awkward kitty. She's sort of awkward. She's special in a good way. All right, let's start with breathing. Inhale, open up. Oh, and just shake and let it go. Bringing your awareness into sensation, into your body, into what it feels like to be in your body today. Inhale, lift, and exhale, shake it, shake it, shake it. So while we're working out, if it's possible, try to stay present with yourself so you're not checking out, thinking about all the other things that might be happening or going on that are so exciting, but staying present. Inhale, open, lift. Exhale, shake, shake, shake. Inhale, stretch it up. And exhale, shake it out. So shaking, bouncing, moving, this is all going to get your system going. We're going to do some twists, spiraling, look around behind you. I got to show the other cat who is sitting right here. Little cute. He's got heterochromia. His two eyes are different colors. He is the little potato noodle, all squiggly. Looking around behind you. He's getting tortured by the bugs and the birds outside of the porch. Good. And then let's do a quick contralateral pattern, cross body, touching across. And I am making a big weight shift. So weight shift, touch, weight shift, touch. Same thing in the back if you want to be truly exciting. Equal opportunity for the front and back space. Well, it's not ever going to be equal. The front is always going to get more action than the back. But just bringing awareness into the front. Hey, Georgina, and into the back. Nice to see you. Ha, and then shake that out, let it go. Hands, rubbing your hands together, getting some energy in between them. And then we're going to go with the lymphatic flush. So starting up here, my right hand to my left upper, above my clavicle, in here in this upper quadrant, clearing a pathway for the lymphatic fluid to return, filter, and come back out. If these pathways get blocked, body is not happy. Switching it to the other side, same thing. Left hand on the right. And then we're going to go in behind the angle of the jaw, up here. And I like to move a little bit as I'm doing this. So from the inside of my body, I'm moving from the outside, tongue, neck, throat. You can go right along the edge and just feel if any of those lymph nodes are swollen. Gentle. You don't have to do this really hard. Sometimes more subtle movement is way more effective than really intense movement. So train to sense subtlety in your body, right? We're pretty base when we're like, I don't feel it yet. Where's the burn? Right? Let's go for feeling the subtle stuff happening inside our body, not just the super intense stuff. We're kind of like an ogre culture when it comes to movement. I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't, but in general, like the idea of like sort of the gym is pretty ogre oriented, like get big and get strong and get flexible. All right. Let's just go around the back of the head, right where your hairline is, if you have hair, and just easy movement. So it's like this is, if you think there's a cat being tortured in here, I'm not sure if you guys can hear him through my earbuds. He is not being tortured. He just likes to make noise while he's outside. So yeah, just moving through here, one side to the other. This could be very light and easy or more strong, whatever feels good to you. All right, and then we're going to go to this K27 points, a couple inches below your collarbone. There should be like a little indentation sort of right down here. It's on my body, it's like, oh, they're right there. Most people, you're going to find the place. So kind of circling into that or tapping into it. Relax your neck, relax your face, relax your tongue. Can go in both directions. And then we're going to just go down the middle. So middle pathway. And you're going to think of kind of separating, drawing the tissue a little bit more open down the front of your sternum. Okay, shake that out. Into armpit pec, right hand on the left, getting in there. So there's a lot of lymph nodes in there. And also, especially for women, a lot of women get injured in the rotator cuff. So this is moving the tissue in there. Like when I do this lymph flush and I'm getting into my deltoid and getting a little bit into my pec, my fingers are moving, I'm moving all that tissue around. That is healthy for the fascia. That is healthy for the joint, healthy for the muscles. Hey, I'm going to mute you real quick. And then the same thing on the other side. So left hand to right. Same thing. Getting in and around. So there's a lot. If you look at like a picture of, and you can do this on the wonderful device that you have called a computer, looking at the picture of the lymph nodes and how they kind of move through our body. There are certain areas that are really intense, lots of lymph node in there. So this is one of them. Next place we're going to go to is, let's just go under, here's the bottom of my ribs. And I'm just going to like squish my way out along that edge. So there's your xiphoid process. I'm kind of just working my way out. One side, I've got my liver, my stomach is up here, esophagus coming down to my stomach. This should have movement that can go up and down, right? If we do everything up, 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 we're going to have acid reflux. We're going to have those things. We want dissension in some of the organs in our body. So thinking about that, and then taking your fingers into sternochyly. Tongue relaxed. Developing a relationship where you can touch and feel into your own body. Why don't we have that? Why isn't that like a natural process for people in school? Like, oh, these are this organ and that organ, knowing where they are, knowing what's going on a little bit, and also understanding that we can really affect change in our bodies by touching and connecting to. Next place, inguinal fold, right in here, between your hip bone and your pubic bone. Like health isn't something that you go to the doctor for. It's something that you create in your own body. And we want to start to build that relationship. Going behind the knees, same thing. And then we're going to come up and just shake it all out. Shake and bounce. Have a tantrum in your body. Let out anything that's kind of stuck in there. If you are kind of low energy and you're taking this slower, just a little bounce is fine. Like you can do a little bounce, that'll get it going. If you're more high energy, go all the way. Move around in your kinesphere. All right, and then let's take it down to the floor. And we're going to start in a cross-legged position. And we're just going to start mobilizing the upper body over the lower body. So rib cage over your pelvis. There's a lot of cat activity happening out here. And they always just stay off screen, change direction, or they most of the time stay off screen. Very funny. Circling the other way, letting your diaphragm, rib cage, and lungs mobilize, letting your guts mobilize. So we're not clenching in to move. We're freeing it up. We're giving it some mobility and some motion. And then opening the arms out, side, side, just side, side stretch over to one side and the other. Breathing. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And then circling the whole way around, taking it to the side, forward and around, and opening up through the top. Other way, sideways and forward and around. Inhale, lift. Breathing into it. If you need to go slower, that's totally fine. Yeah, I'm caffeinated. Can you tell? All the way around. Inhale, open. Last one. Going both ways. And coming up. And then let's change. Non-dominant leg goes in front. Let's just do the same exercise. Sideways and forward and around. Inhale, open. Sideways, forward. So I feel like for me, this particular exercise really helps release my lower back. And it's really because of this part of the exercise where I'm in this sort of side. And there's nothing else that I do that does this same thing besides this particular exercise. So it's good to start to notice, like, what are the things for you that your body really needs? Good. And let's take it all the way down to the floor. Laying down and just starting with a knee drop. Easy and loose, closing and opening. Letting the inner thighs really release and open, and massaging through your butt. Getting this small lower body spiral. That's not really lower body, it's lower and upper, because I can really feel the spiral coming all the way up into my ribs. Breathing into it, but this is very much for softening, releasing, massaging out your back, taking the tension out of your glutes, letting your legs be sort of free flowing. So this isn't about adding tension. This is about releasing tension. And let's take it onto one side and we'll do an arm circle. So very Bartenieff today. This is a Bartenieff arm circle. You're going to look into the palm of your hand, circle it up over your head, big circle following your hand with your eyes. And your arm can be kind of soft, so you're not reaching out super intense. You're just kind of soft in your arm. This is healthy for your rotator cuff. You're feeling that connection of the arm in through your body. And change direction. Wings of the heart, wings of the lungs. Your arms are like wings. And they are connecting on to your body, supported by your scapula, supported by your collarbone. And bring it back in and switch it to the other side. Knees come down, looking into the palm of your hand, opening up. Inhale, open. Exhale as you close. So keeping that breath support going. Breathing into it. Nice gradated rotation through your rotator cuff. So this is really basic movement. Change direction, opening it up, swimming through the space with that arm. Whole upper quadrant of your body mobilizing. Rib cage, lungs, and heart. And other things. Your diaphragm is moving around, right? If your rib cage and lungs are moving, your diaphragm is moving. And if it doesn't move, let's come back in. If we kind of don't move those areas, sort of adhesions form and they become more rigid. So let's say adhesions can form. Let's free up your head, tail. Movement creates the elasticity of the tissue, the fascia, also redistributes the fluids inside of our body. Yeah, so free up the head, tail, free flow, mobilize your spine, mobilize your guts. Let them wiggle around, stick them out, pull them in, move them around so they're not like, there's not just one idea of how they can be. They have all sorts of possibility. Ha. And then let's come to our heels fairly close to your butt, reaching down so you can touch them, feeling your foot connected to the floor. Press it up. Once we get up there, we're going to interlace the hands behind your butt. If possible, walk your shoulders together. If you can't interlace, that's fine. Just going up high, we're going to inhale, knees wide, and exhale, close them in. Inhale, open. Exhale, internally rotate. So that femur head, your thigh bone, is getting this really nice internal and external rotation. And all the tissue, all the fascia, all the muscle fiber is now adjusting to that. So we're just going with this opening and closing. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. I'm trying to stay fairly high, but my pelvis is moving up and down. Open and close. And last one, open. Bring it into center. Let's go to tippy toes and then lower. Pressing up. Tippy toes and lower. Up, tippy. What a funny word. Tippy, tippy. Tippy toes and lower. Press it up and lower. Up and down. Up and down. Up. And then changing it, you're going to lift your foot and lower. So flexing and lower. Heels on the floor, lifting your foot and lower. Lift and lower. And then the last one, just the toes. And down, toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down. Press as high as you can. Open your hands, open your shoulders. Slowly roll down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Melting into the floor, melting into the mat, and then free up your spine again. Free flow. And then happy baby pose. Grab on. Stretch it out. Breathe into it. Letting your body do what feels good to you. Listening in. And let's take our hands on our knees and make a big circle, circling around, lubricating up your hip sockets. Hello. And change direction other way. And then open your legs out side and just rock from side to side. Let this massage through your back. And bring it in. You're going to open your feet a little bit wider, internally rotate one leg at a time. Spiraling in, again, getting that big internal rotation through your thighs. His toy is now on my foot. And his toy is actually one of those things that's inside like the half and half or the milk container. Most of the toys these cats have are homemade. And I know everyone's like, he could choke on it. Their mouths aren't that big, and they aren't eating it. These two are pretty good about carrying small toys around. All right, let's do big circles with our legs. So circling up, out, down, and in. If you want to flex, flex. If you don't want to, don't. I like to flex and point just to give my feet more capacity to release. And also it really shifts the tissue in your whole leg when you flex and point. And then let's change direction. So going down, out and up. If you feel like peeling off the floor, go for it. You can roll it down, out and up. Take it up as high as you want to, listening into your own body, depending on how much you want to work with this. If it doesn't feel good to do that, make it small. If you've got a lot of popping and clicking, try to lengthen your leg out and think of the leg, the weight of the leg dropping into the socket. so that it's not doing a lot of crazy work. But if it feels good, go for the big range of motion. 2 more. Shake it all out, let it go. Shake, shake, shake. Relax your face, relax your neck, relax your head. We're going to spiral. Let's go all the way into it, twisting, taking it down to the floor, coming up, big arm circle, out and away. Take it down, push the floor away, opening and closing, head butting the floor, or not. Don't do it on purpose. But if it happens, okay, we're going to do a different one, which I think some of you guys in my class have done before. You're going to take it down. Let me just move sideways so you can see. You're going to elbow to knee towards each other and then kick back down to the floor. Elbow and knee up, down to the floor. Exhale, inhale, exhale. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Down, up, down, up. Reaching through your leg, long leg, spiraling back, up, out, up. Last one. And take it around to the other side, same thing. Elbow and knee, and then kick it back. Up and down, up and down, up and down. In here. Elbow past your knee. Four more. Chest is open. 3, 2, last one. Bring it in. Yeah, we've got the whole, far more entertaining than me are these guys. Yeah, you really can't compete with kittens or cats. At least I can't. Let's take our hands behind, pressing up, pulsing up with your hips. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it back. Walk your butt from side to side, forward fold. Take it down. Melt and let go. So a little moment of static stretching. Breathe into it. So even when I'm static stretching, I'm usually doing some micro movement in there. I feel like it just helps. So it can be very small movement, but there's usually a little bit of activity happening. And then release and come up. And let's, what do I want to do? I want to do a little bit more ab stuff. Okay, it's going to be kind of a take on the hundreds, but a little bit different. So you're laying down. The utter chaos of the cats. So entertaining. And it's kind of like being in a disco with all sorts of stuff happening around you. Disco lights. Georgina, I went roller skating at Hyde Park, Roller Magic on Wednesday, the roller disco night. It's so fun. I can't believe it. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go hands behind my head. Coming up, I'm going to reach my legs up, flex my feet, rotate out, bend my knees, reach it out, turn it in, point, touch down, up, flex, out, plie, push, point, in and down, up, flex, out, plie, push, together, point, down, up, flex, out, plie, push. I could point here, or I could point after bringing it together. Either way, whatever you want to do. Flex, out, bend your knee out, bring it in, point, 2 more, up, flex, rotate, plie, push through your heels, in, point, touch last one, up, flex, out, plie, push, and come down, and relax. Free up your head, neck, and spine. You can take a big yawn if you want to. And let's stretch our legs down below. I'm going to use weights for this. It's really up to you if you want to. If you're not doing a lot of weighted stuff, you probably don't need them. I'm just using them because I got to go to pole class after this. So it's really up to you. I'm going to come down as if I am pulling off my shirt, up and opening it out to the side. And these are light weights. This is just 3-pound weight. So I wouldn't really recommend going higher unless you do a lot of weights. Going lower would be good, or using none at all. So again, this is a very arm circle exercise. We are making a circle with our arms. Exhale up, inhale down, and then change direction, like you're pulling on a shirt. And you can go like a quarter of the way up or a little higher, really what feels good to you. It's different with the weights, right? The weights kind of counterbalance, so it's actually easier to go up more. Inhale, open. Exhale. Stretch it out. Exhale. Inhale, last one. And relax. Get rid of your weights. And if you have a block, grab your block. If you don't have a block, use something that can elevate one foot. So it could be an old-fashioned phone book, an encyclopedia, some kind of big book. The Bible? No, maybe that's too sacrilegious to say. But I said it. Inhale, lift, arms up over your head. Exhale, lower. Changing your hands towards each other or away from each other, whatever feels good to you. Inhale up, exhale down. Just a book that's big. Up and down. Inhale, exhale. Trying to keep your hips fairly even as you go up and down. Changing the facings of the palms if that feels like something you can add to the list of stuff that you're doing. If you have enough to think about, don't add it. Last one, we're going to go up, stay up, circle the hands down, pulsing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pushing 7, 8. Feel your hips. Are they even? Is one hiking up? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it all the way down. Put the block on the other side. Take a second just to release. Breathe, shake it out, soften inside your body, relax your neck and jaw, relax your tongue. And then the same thing on this side, up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Changing the hands, if you can think about that, just so that they're changing directions, a quarter of a turn each time. Breathing into it. Couple more. If you do the hand change each time, then you know that you've done 4 every time you go through the set. So like you don't have to count. You can do 2 sets of that and then add 2, and there you have had 10 without even thinking about it. All right, press it up, pulsing for 20, going 1, 2, feel your hips. Are they even? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Release it down. Push the block out. Happy baby again. Stretching through the back of your legs. Breathing into it. Wiggling around if you need to wiggle around. We're going to do some pretty big hamstring stretches. So let's start with we're going to start with a calf and foot release, or not a calf and foot, ankle and foot release. Making a cuff with your hands, you're going to grab on and pull the tissue away from your foot, circling your foot. Recuff whenever you want. I'm really pulling. This is gonna, if you feel like a pulling in there, what you're feeling is your fascia. Change direction with the foot, recuff if necessary. My knee is bent. This isn't like a hamstring stretch moment. This is just to get that tissue to mobilize and hydrate more, right? And shake it out. We're doing the same thing on the other leg. Cuff, grab, pull away from your ankle. If you're wearing a lot of lotion and your hands just slide, you're not going to get the same kind of pulling, stretching in your fascia. Change direction, recuff. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff there. We have a lot of like little insertions going into our foot from all the way up from like around our knee. There are things coming down, connecting in and under, some of them all the way into our toes. So we want to get some of those long lines. Uh, some people would call it the fascial trains, like the front body fascial train, the back body, but a lot of them really cross. Like some of them come from the front or the side and go underneath, like it's shifting around. So we can't always think that there's just a front body line and a back body line. It's really three-dimensional and interwoven. All right, let's go with one leg at a time, drawing in. We're going to flex both knees and ankles and then reach it out. Flexing it in, reach it out. Flex it in, inhale, exhale, reach. One more, flex it in, reach it out. Flex it in, reach it out. Last one, flex it in, reach it out. I said one more and that wasn't true. You can do this with your leg bent or straight for the next section, depending on your flexibility. If you're really open, and you may be up here, try to straighten your knee all the way so that the whole system is getting stretched. Like if my knee is bent all the time, it might be stretching a lot in one area, but it's missing everything else. So we want to get to a point where your leg is straight, even if you have to lower it down a lot. You're going to inhale, open it out to the side, exhale, cross it over. And I'm flexing as I open, and then I'm pointing as I cross. It could be the other way around. Last one. And bringing it in. Let's just do a quick spiral, crossing it over, and then coming back in. Both feet on the floor, pick up your butt, shake it out, let your spine realign itself, and then come in. Yeah, if you want a model for what like breathing is like in your lungs, look at a tree moving in the breeze, right? Like what's happening? That kind of movement, that kind of really infinite potential possibility movement, we have that inside our body too. So starting with the other side, flexing both legs, and then reaching and pointing, flexing them both. Stretch and lengthen. Flex it in. Reach it out. Flex it in. Reach it out. Flex it in. Reach it long. One more. In and out. Then you're going to cross over. Bottom knee can be bent. Top leg is straight and open. Crossing, I'm pointing my foot, and then flexing, I'm opening. Breathe into it. If you feel like you're tight and you're telling yourself, I'm so tight, you're going to keep that there. So the new thing to say is, I'm stretching, I'm releasing, I'm opening, I'm creating space, right? So give your body the information that it is letting go and opening up, if that is what is wise for your body. Let's just throw that in there. Maybe it's not. Maybe you should stay in the holding pattern or in the system that you're in. So bringing it across and open, and then fold it in and take it over. Breathe. So listening into your own body, trusting the wisdom of your own body. The deep wisdom, not the shallow wisdom. And come in, both feet on the floor, pick it up, shake it out. Like the shallow wisdom might be, I need to eat the cupcake or the Dorito. And the deep wisdom might be, actually, I really need a salad. I'm just having a sip of water before we go on. If you have any water, have some water. One of my ballet teachers would say, have a moment of independent thought. All right. Oh my God, this kitten is hilarious. She's got a toy. And her like dancing, her jumping around is very entertaining. She's a Manx. Her tail is like that naturally. This is very dirty. I don't know where it has been. Where has this been? This is the portion of class where I forget that I'm actually teaching a class and just start playing with the cats. All right, let's take it back. Here. Onto hands and knees. We're going to open the hands a little wider, circles with the chest toward the floor and then up. Mobilizing your whole spine, letting your head, tail do whatever it wants to do. Change direction. Push with your arms. So creating this relationship with gravity and using your arms to push. And then coming in, let's curl your toes under. Take your butt up to the ceiling, downward dog. Walking through one foot and then the other. Sink down one side and then the other. And then you're going to lift your heels, scoop your belly in, round your spine, roll it forward into a plank. Find your plank, drop your head, push with your arms, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels high, scoop your belly in, roll it forward, plank. If you can't be in a plank, you can just arch and curl your spine here. So you're still getting that mobility in your spine. Heels high, round your spine, roll it forward, take it out, drop your head, push, roll it up and lower, lift, roll it forward, lengthen it out, roll it up, lower your heels. Let's take the right leg up to the ceiling, lift it as high as it can go. Open, open, open. Taking your leg forward into a big lunge. Just going to push forward and backward in your lunge. Head reaches forward, heels reach back. If you can come onto your fingertips or even onto your hands so your legs are doing the work, onto your feet without your hands, try that. And then you're going to take the back knee down, over the top of the foot. Take your leg back, hamstring stretch again here. So today we've done a lot of hamstring stuff and a lot of rotator cuff stuff. You can turn it out and in. And then come back forward, up onto your leg. Take the leg out, back to the ceiling, open, 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 and release it down. Other leg is going to go up as high as it can. Reach, 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 lengthen it out, and bring it forward and through into your lunge, moving forward and backward. If it feels like you can do it, come up onto your fingertips. And if you feel like you can, come off of your hands entirely. It's a lot to do that, so I wouldn't stay there for a long time. Taking the back knee down, top of the foot down, flexing. Rotate in and out. And then come forward. Curl your toes under. Kick your leg up. Open, open, open. Reach, reach, reach. Two legs stretching away from each other. And then lower down. And let's come into a plank and just slowly lower down to the floor in 10 counts. Going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down to the floor. Arms out to the side. Push out through the heels of the hands. Circles. And then change direction, other way. And then lift the whole thing up. Arms and legs radiate away from center into an X shape. Reach, reach, reach. And relax. Wag your tail. Shake your butt. What I really need is like an overhead camera that's showing the whole room, and you can see the shenanigans that are going on while I'm teaching. It's so funny how those two especially manage to stay out of camera most of the time. But now they're pushing it around, like they're on the other side of the chair. that the camera is sitting on. All right, bend your legs, drop it from side to side, but we need like the overhead camera in a little section of like the small box to see what's going on. Actually, that would probably be the big box. If you need some more chaos in your life, get some cats. They're great. Arms out to the sides. Let's flex. We just did it that way. Fists down towards the floor, circles. And then change direction. This time, hands next to your chest, baby cobra, all the way up. And take it back down, using your breath. So going up without your hands, and then add the hands, take it up. If you want to try and touch your toes to your head in the back, you can. Using your breath. Inhale, open up. One more. And then take it back into a child's pose. Let it go. Wiggle around, soften your spine, relax your head, breathe and melt. Reaching out through your fingertips. You can scrabble like a cat. They do that scrabbling. And then roll it up through your spine, coming all the way up. Let me just do a quick time check, because we don't have clocks around here. Let's do one more thing, then we'll stretch our hips, and then we'll be done. So one more thing is going to be on hands and knees, taking your leg out behind you. You're going to lift, carry it out to the side and lower, lift to the back and down, up to the side, down, up to the back, down. So I'm in line, I can feel my midline. Then I shift my weight to get that leg up. I come back, feel it, my midline, and lower. Up, sideways, up, back, up, to the side, up, to the back, up, side, up, back. Last one. Up, to the side, and down, up, to the back, and release. Before we do the second side, let's just take it down for a second, melt, shift around, let it go. Relax your forehead, relax your face, and then come back up. Same thing on the other side, leg out behind you, lift, take it to the side and lower, lift to the back and lower, side, lower, up, to the back, lower, up, side, and up, back, up, to the side, up, to the back, up, to the side, up, back. I'm not counting. I'm totally distracted by the cats. Let's do one more. And take it down. I'm just thinking of how much like professionalism requires that we don't actually pay attention to what's really happening. Or like the old definition of professionalism is like, oh yeah, all this craziness is happening on the outside, but let's look like everything's just normal. Anyway, that's like the smoke and mirrors television thing, right? Bang it out, let it go, rotate in and out. Let's cross one knee over the other knee. If you want to fold the bottom one in, you can, or you can leave it straight, really up to you. Double fold if you want to. I'm just going to take it down and hang out. Breathing into it. Think of breathing all the way down into your toes, all the way up to the crown of your head and beyond. And then come up, opening your arms out, taking it toward the top leg. And then toward the bottom leg. And then spiraling toward the top leg. And toward the bottom leg. And bring it in and unscramble. Shake it out. Bang it up and down, rotate in and out. Switch it to the other side. Taking it forward and down, just breathe into it. Let go, soften, big breathing. Soften amidst all the chaos. And then come up, open it out, side. Take it toward the top leg, side stretch. You can look down, look up there, just feel into that. Inhale, open, over to the other side. Inhale, spiral towards your top leg. And then the other way. And bring it in and unscramble. Bang it out, let it go. Yeah, I still have all sorts of weirdness going on in my knee. Although it is like it gets better, then it gets worse, and then it gets better. I have to go see Dr. John. All right, slide it in. I'm sure that eating cupcakes and pizza does not help. Taking it forward and taking it back. I mean, I'm all for cupcakes and pizza sometimes, but not all at the same time. With roller skating and pole dancing. Take it to the ceiling, open your feet wide, shift it from side to side, let it go. Dropping your head, relax your neck, soften, melt, easy inside your spine. Come into center. Let's bring the feet in and just shake your head no, nod yes. And just for fun, let's take one foot crossed over the other and take it down there. Soften and melt. And then change that to the other side. And bring it in, rolling it up through your spine, bent knees or straight knees, coming up to the top. Inhale, open, stretch out and up. And exhale, just taking a moment of gratitude to be in a human body on the planet. Even with all the things, here we are, we're alive. And some of it's really good. So tuning in towards the stuff that's good as much as possible. And exhale. Relax your neck and jaw. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to be angry about, and there's a lot of, tension and fraughtness. Try not to let it lodge in your body for too long. Make sure you're doing stuff to work with that if you need to. All right, so I am going to stop this live stream. If you watch this stuff, please like and subscribe. You might even comment. That would be amazing. That's it. I need to go back here to end the live stream.